Right, this video will go over how you can get a really super high RPM. This is how I was able to get my videos, multiple of my videos to $50 RPMs, $100 RPMs. Editor, if you want to, throw up some screenshots for proof. I don't really care too much about proof because on my other channel, I already have so much proof, okay? So this is how you can basically guarantee a 50 plus RPM, okay? Now, when you apply these traits, not only are you going to have a high RPM, but you can consistently get videos and have a proven down concept, boiled down to science, to consistently get super high RPMs. Now, obviously, one thing to note, when you have a higher RPM, you're not going to get a lot of views because the reason why you're able to get a $50 RPM is because you're targeting and tracking your videos towards a specific hyper-individual selected niche. The people who watch your content are not going to be super all over the place and common. Because if higher RPM was common, sure, everyone would have a higher RPM. Everyone could get a bunch of views with a higher RPM. So don't expect these types of contents to get millions of views. It's probably going to get thousands, tens of thousands, maybe even hundreds of thousands. Very possible. But to get multiple millions across that, it's almost impossible unless you're just the most famous and smart genius in the entirety of YouTube and your video is 12 hours long. Because the length of your video also matters with RPM. I'll go over more in detail on how that works and why it works, but pay attention. If you have to watch this video multiple times, I don't blame you. I don't have a course to sell you. This is purely for informational purposes. And then I also have my laptop here for notes. The very first thing you have to understand, which is going to be this beautiful graph, okay, this is going to be money or RPM. So basically the dollars that you're going to get per 1,000 views, okay? This is going to be the advertiser, and this is going to be basically you, basically. Okay, so the more dollars you can make your advertiser, the more money you're going to make. This is how much money you make. This is how much money the advertiser makes. Now, the way YouTube works, the way advertisers and RPMs work is that the advertiser is going to basically spend their ad budget because they have to spend dollars to place their ad in front of your video. Let's say your video gets 1,000 views. And let's say the advertiser is spending $10 per 1,000 views on your video. Now, YouTube, the way YouTube works is that they pay out 45% to themselves and 55% to the creator on average. So you will get about $5.5 take-home profit if they spend $10 for your 1,000 views, right? Now, $5.5 is going to be your RPM. This is going to be the CPM. CPM is how much they pay. RPM is how much you're going to take home. So if you're spending, or if you're getting $5.50 per 1,000 views that your video gets, and let's say that your audience, which is basically your RPM quality, is like Indian. What does that mean? Indian does not have a high spending power. This is not me being racist. This is genuinely just facts. If your viewers are from India, they're probably getting paid $500 a month. How the hell are they supposed to buy the product that this advertiser is spending, let's say, $10 per 1,000 views for? Let's say this advertiser has a product that's $100. Let's say they have a software product that's $100, right? The chances of all my Indian viewers watching and buying his $100 product is slim to none. 1,000 views is already not that lot. And the fact that they're going to buy a $100 product because they're all from India is genuinely so little. So this advertiser would not be willing to spend next time $10 for my 1,000 viewers. Next time, he's going to be spending $1 because he's not going to become profitable. Or maybe he's going to be spending $0.5, whatever it takes, because he has to become more profitable and spend less dollars to get even a chance for someone to buy his product that's $100. And so what's going to happen is that this advertiser might not even continue to put his ads on my content because his product is too expensive for my audience. It's Indian, right? Now, if there was a different advertiser, let's say this advertiser was selling, I don't know, bracelets or food that's specifically designated towards Indians. Let's say he was selling goldfish for Indians, okay? The chances of my viewers buying his goldfish for Indian, goldfish crackers, is very, very high because goldfish is a lot cheaper than a $100 software, and then this is appealing to the general audience. Indians, this is, by the way, just take it with a grain of salt. This is not me being racist. But $100 software, there's no reason for the majority of generic Indians to buy. This is a lot more appealing, okay? But then, because his product is so cheap, he's not going to be willing to invest hundreds of dollars or tens of dollars for just your viewers. They're going to also invest now $0.5 per 1,000 views because they don't need a lot of dollars to become profitable. They can spend little dollars, get their money back from just one or two individuals buying their advertiser. And so the less dollars you can make your advertiser, let's say they're only making like $5 or whatever, you're not going to get paid that whole lot of dollars as well. But if you now, switch from Indian viewers to USA business owners, right? United States business owners means that they're from first world country, they're old, great, amazing, they have spending power, they most likely have a job. Now, if you're creating content specifically attracted towards business owners, you know what's going to happen. Your business owners are going to be a lot more likely to buy their $100 software, and this is more appealing towards this select niche of audience rather than the Indian audience. And so he will probably now, because you only get 1,000 views on average, let's say, will be more willing to spend his ad budget. And instead of $10 per 1,000 views, he's going to be willing to spend upwards to maybe even $100 per 1,000 views because his product is $100. All he needs is one sale. And out of 1,000 individuals, if you have a conversion rate of 0.1%, one individual can buy his product and boom, he's going to make his money back. So next time, he's going to be willing to continuously spend a lot of dollars on your video because he's going to become profitable. Let's say you get like 5 conversions out of your 1,000 views. 5 people buy his $100 product. He makes $500. Boom. He profits $400. So his profit is through the roof. Boom. You'd also get paid a shit ton more because then this RPM dollar will turn into, this CPM will turn into $500. And then your take-home profit will be like $200 to $300 per 1,000 views. Does that make sense? That's essentially how RPMs work in a nutshell. So if that does make sense, drop a like, say and comment RPM if that does make sense. If it does not make sense, say it does not make sense in the comments. So next time I could probably try to explain it to you in a more coherent manner. All right. Now, because your content is going to be, obviously not going to get a bunch of views. It's not going to get millions of views. It's not going to get infinite views. You're going to get, let's just say, 1,000 views. Because you have limited views and a limited amount of individuals that are going to be potential customers to the advertiser, there's not just one advertiser. There's probably, advertiser 1, advertiser 2, let's say advertiser 3. Let's say they all have very similar softwares. Let's say they all have AI softwares for video editing, CapCut, Pictory, whatever. Let's say they want to sell their software for like $100 a month. This guy's $100 a month. This guy, let's say his product is $70 a month. Let's say this guy's product is $50 a month, okay? So the product is quite expensive generally, right? So then if you have 1,000 individuals, that's very, very limited amount, they're going to be in a bidding war to try to get their ad in front of your 1,000 viewers. Obviously, you're not going to be the only channel that they can bid on and spend on, but you're going to be one of the few channels where they know that your audience have a high spending power. They're from, Northern America and first world countries, old. The older your audience is, the more generic and the more likelihood they have money because they're fucking old. They have a job, hopefully. So then now, because their product is quite expensive, they'd be still willing to spend a lot of their ad budget on your viewers because they know that your audience can buy expensive shit. If this audience now, again, like I said, was Indian, targeted towards Indian viewers, these advertisers would not even spend any of their ad budget on your content. They're going to go somewhere else. And then the cheaper ads, advertiser 1, let's say they're selling eggs. Let's say they're selling pans to cook eggs, okay? That will literally be more physically appealing. And because the product of having a pan that you want to advertise is very costing low, they're not going to be willing to spend hundreds of dollars for advertisement. They're going to spend like $2 for 1,000 views. Does that kind of make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. And so for you to actually get more RPMs, because your thing is limited as well, your views are limited, for you to get the most bang for your buck, you have to make sure that your viewers are able to buy expensive stuff that advertisers have to sell. And I'll give you a really, really specific example that you can actually implement. So this is going to be genuine, tangible advice for you. All right. Limited views equals bidding war. You want basically your advertisers to go into bidding war because when you have limited views, advertiser A wants to bid $15 per 1,000. You get the idea, right? You have limited slots. Your viewers are just powerful in general. The advertisers have to spend their money some way, shape, or form for them to make more customers and get more dollars back. So they're going to compete against each other. Okay. So here's a good example. If you make a video about how to make money, who's gonna watch your content? Individuals who want to learn how to make money. Sure, this can attract to literally everyone. Kids, adults, first world countries, third world countries. But what you have to understand now is that the advertisers have a lot better of a reasoning to place, especially advertisers who have expensive stuff. They can actually justify their prices now because there's a huge demand for it and there's a huge pain point. Everyone has a pain point of being poor. Everyone wants to get rich. There's a massive demand to get rich and have money and be comfortable. And because it is so valuable to become rich in this current age that we live in, they are willing to invest a lot, time, energy, and above all, money to learn how to get rich and make money. So if you create content about how to make money, you're going to get viewers who are ready to do whatever it takes to make money, right? So now what's going to happen is that you're going to only attract advertisers who sell fucking courses. As crazy as it seems, you're going to get, who's a course seller? Me, YTA Danny. I don't have a course, by the way. I have mentorship, but let's just say YTA Danny. I don't even run ads, by the way, but just for this content's sake, let's say I do run an ad. Okay, let's say my course was $10,000. My $10,000 course is very fucking expensive. I cannot promote that whatsoever in front of a video about how to play Fortnite. Do you know why? I am not going to become profitable whatsoever. The individuals who watch how to play Fortnite are going to be low spending power audiences who don't have a lot of reasoning to buy the ad. They just want to play Fortnite. If it was how to cook an egg, I'm not going to be bothering placing my ad budget on that video. You know who's going to put their ad budget on how to cook an egg video? Chefs. Or just individuals who sell pots and pans. Because they can probably become profitable. And because pots and pans are cheap as fuck, they're going to be spending very, very small amounts of dollars. And so now if I, obviously have a $10,000 product and I want to advertise it so I can become profitable, I would go towards the make money, because not only do these audiences now align with my content, or my program, which is making dollars, and I sell a make money online program that's $10,000, they also have a pain point and reasoning because they just want to learn how to make money. The chances of me now getting one sale even for $10,000 is going to be a lot higher than whatever this bullshit is. And so I'd be now willing to spend upwards to, let's say, even $5,000 per 1,000 views. If that means I can get one sale from that 1,000 views and then buy my $10,000 program, boom, I just made $5,000. Does that make sense? I really hope what I'm showing actually makes sense because it makes a lot of sense to me. For you to have a high RPM, you just have to have an audience that resonates and are able to buy expensive shit that advertisers have to sell. Okay? Now, obviously, the bad example that I want to show you was literally like this one. I already showed it to you. So now you know what tangible, actual good examples and bad examples and why they are good versus why they are bad. These are the two main leverages and principles you have to actually leverage to make sure that your RPM goes up as high as you possibly can. These are the two main factors. Age and location. If your age of your viewers are 5 years old and 10 years old, let's say you're making CoComelon content, which is basically like a baby's infant song channel, you're not gonna get a lot of spending power from, the advertisers that are gonna place their ads on your content now are gonna be like baby tools, right? Because your audience is babies, and baby tools are like cheap as hell. Vice versa, if you're to create content about what I just said earlier, let's say how to use ChatGPT software to make dollars, then other ChatGPT related softwares that are going to be quite expensive for their premium version are going to place their ads in front of my budget. And because mine is specifically targeted towards a more select niche individuals who want to make money, obviously are more suitable to be able to buy expensive ads, I'll get the advertisers who have the budget and who has the ad budget to place their ads in front of my content, and boom, I'll get paid more. So age plays a big factor. If you're the older the audience, the more rich they have. That's just basic logic sense. Location-wise as well, because obviously first world countries are richer than third world countries. The average minimum wage in the US is like, I don't know, $18. Third world countries like $4. It's like 5 times the leverage there. So leverage those two, very, very important for you to actually have a high RPM. Now, this is a bonus that can always work to increase your RPM. It doesn't matter that much in terms of what you can control, or it doesn't matter that much in terms of like the audience or viewership, but this is something that you can control, which is going to be the length of your video. Because the way RPM works is the advertisers are paying for ad impressions. If you have a 1 minute long video, you can only place an ad at the start and maybe at the end. If you have an 8-minute video, this is just YouTube's rules by the way, you can place mid-roll ads and videos throughout the content. So let's say your 1,000 viewers, let's just say they watch that one ad. Now if you place like 4 ads in front of your 8-minute long videos, let's say you got 4,000 ad impressions. They see the ad 4 times compared to this one where they only see the ad 1 time. Then the advertiser is forced to spend more dollars because that's how YouTube charges them. Ad views. And so just because you have the same topic, you have the same concept of the videos, if you just stretch it to 8 minutes long, then you're going to get paid a lot more dollars. Now obviously, there are some exceptions. I highly do not recommend you stretching a video to 8 minutes long if the video topic is not able to be stretched that long. If it's artificially stretched out, and there's a lot of filler content within your video, viewers are going to click off, they're not going to watch for long, YouTube's not going to push it out, you're going to get less views. So if all the conditions were the same views, same quality of audience, same concept and titles and thumbnails and everything, then by all means, make it an 8-minute video. You're going to get paid a lot more. Does that make sense? Right, that's basically it for this video. That's essentially how you can have a stupid high RPM. Obviously, you're not going to get 1 million views, but if you just leverage volume now, post 1,000 videos on your channel over time, you can get a lot of views naturally. And if it's evergreen and it just keeps on getting views and never dies out, you get a lot of views daily that are high RPM, paying you a ton of dollars. That's exactly how I was able to run all of my channels up to multi-$100 days. So if you want mentoring, like I said in all my videos, I don't have a course to sell you. My course is not $10,000, but if you want to have access to me one-on-one and talk to me to help start or grow your YouTube automation channel that's evergreen, I have a link for you to apply, to book a call. If we genuinely feel like we cannot help you, we'll just send you off right on your way. We're not here to waste your time or sell you that we don't think we can actually help you. So unless we can actually help you, we will have just a nice chat with my head coach, see where you are, and then from there on, come up with a game plan. So I'll see you guys on the next video. Let's crush it.